we go. I am going to hit yes. Conveniently, while we're here, I want to talk about the new UI of Windows. So as you can see, almost everything has this rounded look on here. You can see these notifications are also popped out from the side. They're no longer connected to the Action Center. In fact, let's go ahead and open the Action Center up. And we can see that not too much has changed. It looks a little bit more refined. Everything has a rounded look to it. We have new sliders, and everything is based on the Material UI. Alright, well, let's dive in. So let's look at the start screen. We're going to click this button right here. Nice little animation. And as we can see, we're going to have our apps on the top and our recommended on the bottom. Now, the apps on the top are all installed on the system. And as you can see, you can also go look at all apps, similar to what we already have in Windows 10. And if we go back to this pinned apps section. And we can also see this recommended section. Now, if you have documents or anything, the documents that you've recently used will show up here on that recommended section. I installed OBS because I needed to film this video. But as you can see here, these are the most recently used programs or stuff that you use at a certain time during the day. Let's go over here to search. Basically, it looks the same as Windows 10 right now. It's just in this floating box, if you will. Notice the rounded corners. It's a nice theme throughout. And we can also see desktops. This is something pretty cool. It looks a lot nicer than Windows 10, so we can make another desktop and jump to that. We can jump back and forth between desktops, and as you can see, the program, right now I have OBS running, the program follows the desktop. So we'll see that OBS is not there. Let's go back to our main desktop, and I'm going to delete this desktop too. Pretty seamless. There's actually not a lot of glitches at all. Alright, let's go to this Widgets tab. Now the Widgets tab is a lot like the news and weather that Microsoft just rolled out to Windows users. Right now I'm not signed in, so it's not going to show up, but expect to see more or less the same thing as that news and weather tab that we now see on the taskbar in Windows. Next up, we got the new File Explorer. Nice little animation, and not much has changed from Windows 10. We can see these rounded corners once again. We have a nice resizing and a very nice minimizing animation. As you can see there, a little nice jump and a skip on that File Explorer icon. Let's go ahead and close that out. Not much has changed from Windows 10 here. We can go to Edge, and pretty much the same thing with Edge. Not much has changed. This is going to be an older build of Edge. I think it's, I forget what version, maybe 89 or something like that. We've moved past on from there. And let's go to the Windows Store. Like I said before, not too much has changed. We do get this nice scaling animation, so it's going to look a lot better when we scale down or up. We can also see this nice maximize or restore to window animation. So if you click that, you can also, you have these little tasks on the side, so I can pin this to the side, super handy. And I can also pin it to the other side. I can make specific configurations for Windows, one like this. It's actually a really handy feature that I wish Windows 10 had. Super intuitive, super handy, and I really like it a lot. Let's see what else we could take a look at. I know that there's really not too much change from Windows 10. If we go into the settings, we can see settings is also more or less the same. I was surprised that it's actually it's connected to the Windows Update service, and it's actually pulling updates. So super surprised about that, super happy. This is obviously a full-fledged version of Windows. Now, if you look down here at the taskbar, let's see what the animation is when you open up an app. So if I were to open Messenger, Messenger's not installed yet. If I were to open Office, see how it just comes into the side and pops right up? It's actually very nice animation. I think the overall feeling that Microsoft is going for in this update is just a feel of polish and, overall something comparable to Apple's design. It looks and feels very much like macOS. And as you can see, you can also launch Messenger right from the animation. and very, very nice. Let's go back into the store. Now, I didn't notice anything in particular. I did notice that some of these app versions are specific to Windows 11, so we should be seeing a lot more app updates as well. I didn't notice any app updates. I really have not been using this for a very long time, but I didn't notice any other app updates that we'll have. I know that there is, oh, there you go, coming soon, very cool. I know that there is an app, I think it's the, let's see if I can find it. It's first and started, this Get Started Welcome to Windows app. And this shows you a little bit about Windows 11, but it goes over the Fluent design, and it basically, you know, tries to, I think this will be pushing people to upgrade to Windows 11 once it's available. If I hit get the update, it's going to go to Windows Update. Very cool stuff, very cool stuff. Oh yeah, people had questions about the taskbar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you real quick. You can click on this and go to taskbar settings. Now you can put it on the left or you can put it in the center. I prefer the center because it looks great. The left looks a little bit more like a Linux distro, but the center is very, very visually appealing. I like it a lot. And there's one more thing that I wanted to show everyone, these new pop-out windows. It's pretty consistent across the UI. Now, of course, they're trying to incorporate, I have it in the dark theme right now, they're trying to bring that dark theme across all you know, windows and some windows. I don't see it as consistent as we would hope. I know that this is dark now, but yeah, hopefully we'll get there eventually. I really do like those rounded corners. The rounded corners for me are really what does it. So hopefully you got something out of this, and I'll be posting a more in-depth video when I am able to play around with it a lot. I know there's a lot more backgrounds that I can show you as well, but this is the first look at Windows 11, and if I go to Win version, you can see the version. It's build number 21996. This is not going to be the RTM build by any means. I think this is probably going to be the first build pushed to Windows Insiders. It's definitely very polished. So thanks for joining me. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be putting more Windows 11 videos out there in the wild. And make sure to comment with anything, any suggestions that you have for me or any questions that you had about Windows 11. Alright, peace.